Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Lisa and we're just going to talk through how I've completed this frog with colour pencils. If you like this video, remember to like and subscribe, and if you feel like you'd like to give this one a go, this is a tutorial on Patreon. For just $5 a month you can complete this one. You get given the line art, the reference photo, the material list, everything that you need to complete this one all by yourself with real-time step-by-step instructions. You can also check out my website. I have a whole list of different tutorials on there for people wanting to learn more about colour pencils. So let's get started with the frog. So one of the main tools that I use for this whole piece is a soft white waxy pencil. So this allows you to put down a wax resist, so you're putting down white waxy pencil on the page, which stops you putting over any other colours. And if you do put over any other colours, you can just go over with your slice tool, slice a little bit away, and that white waxy pencil comes straight up. So this will really help you get those really white shiny sections, and that's what makes the eyes and the skin look really shiny and gleamy in the sunlight. The white waxy pencil is also really good for blending down the colour, so you put down a few layers, go over very gently with the white waxy pencil, or even a polychromos white is fine to use for this, and that will help to blend it all down, smush all the colour together and give you a really nice smooth surface to work on. And then you can go over and add more colours, so you don't want to go in with too hard a pressure because we want to be able to put down a lot of layers, a lot of colours, and blend them all together and then resaturate if we really need to. So a really good example of where I've used this soft white pencil is on the top of the head, or the in between the eyes. So I've put this down just in little dots and lines in different places to make sure that I keep those really light highlight sections. And as you're doing it throughout the whole piece, it does look a bit funny. Like if you look at it right now, it looks very odd and strange, but then when you stand back and look at the whole thing as a completed piece, it all comes together and you can tell that it's meant to be a shiny white surface on the top of the head. So for the green section on the top of the head and just around the top of the lip, I went in with a couple of base layers of the light yellow ochre, the May green, then started to get darker with the permanent green olive and the chrome oxide green. Then when I was putting these in, I started to put them in sort of really little tiny dots, lines and squiggles, and this helped you be able to see the light yellow ochre and the May green underneath the darker colours. So if I went in with a really hard shade of the permanent green olive, it would have saturated the whole page and you wouldn't be able to see those really light colours coming through. So after I completed the head and the neck and that was all in, I went through and just started to complete each piece bit by bit. So I went in and did that little knee, and then just going through and finishing all of the toes one by one. So I'm using a base of the ivory, then going in with some of the cadmium orange, and then to get darker using the dark cadmium orange, and then in the darker sections using some of the dark red. And if it's more of a browny tone in the orange toes, I was using some of the burnt sienna as well, but just very, very lightly, and then blending it back down with the ivory. I just went through and started to complete each sort of arm and finger one by one. So go in and start to put in the base layers, and then the mid tones, and then start to get really dark with the darker tones. In the blue section I was using the helio blue reddish, and then getting very dark with the black to really put in those shadow areas. For the tummy on this one, I used some of the light yellow ochre and the ivory as the base, and then started to blend it down with the warm grey one. So this helped to blend all the colours together, get a really nice smooth surface, and also desaturate some of that yellow colour, so not making it as yellow as the pencil is. And then I was going in with some of the burnt sienna and adding in a little bit of the cadmium orange as well. For the green section, I was also using a base of the ivory and light yellow ochre, going in with the May green, the permanent green olive, and then finally the chrome oxide green in the darkest sections. So when I was putting in the darkest colours for the green section, again I did little dots and squiggles and lines to put in the darkest section and just built these up over each other. So this helps to be able to see the ivory and light yellow ochre underneath, and also the lighter May green colour underneath the darker colours that you're putting in, which helps it make it look like the frog's skin is sort of all like pimply and shiny rather than just being really, really smooth with no details. So for all of my tutorials, I always say to everyone that if you're just interested in learning how to do the frog, you don't have to go on and do the branch, you don't have to do the background. If you just want to learn how to do the skin, you can fast forward and do those sections. You don't have to do the whole thing, because some people may not want to learn about, how to do moss or branches or anything like that. It might just be that you want to focus on how to do the actual animal. And so that's a great thing about these tutorials, is you can sort of fast forward, slow down, go to any spots that you want to watch and complete, and do these in your own time. So you can really tailor it to what you want to do, what you want to learn, and what you want to get out of it for these tutorials. So when it came to the bark on this one, I was thinking that I might have to pick out some browns like the burnt umber or the walnut brown or something like that. But then I thought, no, I don't want to use any of that. I want to use all of the same colours that I've used throughout the frog and complete this, especially with the black. So what I did, where it's sort of that orangey tone, is go in with some of the cadmium orange and put that down as a base, and then go over the greener sections with the May Green Permanent Green Olive, put those down as a base, and then just go over with the black and then blend it down with the warm grey one. So this helped to blend all the colours down, deepen the colours, and get that really nice grainy wood texture without having to add any extra browns or anything like that, because I really wanted to stay true to the sort of tone of the piece. So the tone is more of a grey scale with the green and the orange than adding in browns, so that would have added more of a warmer tone to the branch, and I really wanted it to be like a cooler, darker branch like in the reference photo. So I really hope that you like this video. Remember to like and subscribe. Remember to check me out on Patreon. You can see all of my tutorials on my website. I'll put the links below. Keep drawing, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks, bye.